Pickaxe.
Join us at patreon.com/castparty for a whole plethora of exclusive goodies. 5-day early access to every Cast Party episode, including Nocturne, ad-free episodes, behind-the-scenes info, exclusive bonus monthly one-shots, access to our community Discord, where our community plays D&D games together, has game nights, and hosts so much more, all for less than the price of a single cup of coffee per month. Aren't convinced? Try out a free trial. 7 days free to check out the content that we offer only exclusively on our Patreon. Patreon.com/castparty. Support your favorite D&D podcast, all while getting some awesome perks. Patreon.com/castparty. See you there, casting crew.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cast Party. My name is Colin McManus. I will be your director for today. I am joined by Ryan McManus.
Hi, Ryan McManus, playing P.O. Gilginson, the Duel of Debauchery.
Anna Brisbane.
Lenore Devere, Chaos Fairy, excited to push all the buttons.
Nigel Deacon.
Hi, I'm Nigel, playing Jackal Campman, the Leopard Loner, striving for a scrap with some schlubs.
Vince Perino.
Hi, Vince Perino, playing Tevin Alkin, the perfect push-up machine.
Raquel Skellington.
Hi, everybody. I'm Raquel Skeleton. I play Poppy, the Iron Gun, tender-hearted giant.
And Luis Carrazzo.
Hello, I'm Luis Carrazzo, and I play Santos the Glavinator.
Last time, our group was split up between the Hollows and Silktop. Bjorg, Tevin, Poppy, and Lenore spoke about how culty the speech from Allura was before heading to find a nice penthouse to sleep in. Jackal and Santos chatted with Preston, as well as the Silktop guard they had defeated during the fight in the chasm. Preston told them that he needed them at the trainings for the Order of the Chrysalis tomorrow, and they should show up if they do want to make a name for themselves. You all headed to sleep and then joined up in the morning to head to your respective training exercises. On Silktop, Lenore and Bjorg found a good place to watch Tevin and Poppy, as well as being able to look down upon Santos and Jackal. Bjorg even tossed down oopsies to Santos, who quickly strapped it to his back. After Dominic showed up, he built up those who were there for training while shunning those who chose to just watch. And as the training began, those in the Hollows had to do an obstacle course, while those on Silktop were taken through an exercise routine. Jackal and Santos were first through the obstacle course, using their skillful ways of maneuvering, but also some not-so-kind tactics of knocking people over, throwing glowing coins, and destroying wooden balance beams. On Silktop, Poppy was steadfast in everything she was doing, though had to help Tevin more than once so that he could get through the exercises. As the obstacle course and the exercises were finished, magical squares showed up for Poppy and Tevin to stand on. As they were being scanned by a magical device, Santos and Jackal were being swarmed by 3 individuals in their own fighting ring, waiting for the bell to go off to start the fight. After that scan had finished, each individual still in the training on Silktop had an adversary appear in front of them like a projection. With fear, hatred, sadness, and other reactions as these individuals appeared, we got to Poppy, where a spectral form of Darla showed up in front of her. Then Tevin, who had a human man show up in front of him. Shaggy black hair, wearing the same clothing you last saw him in. Desmond. Now there is another loud bell and another reverberation from the tower as these fights begin. And so the scene is set. The question is, what did you all roll for initiative?
I got 26.
Sheesh.
God damn.
I don't think that's ever happened.
With the emboldening bond, I got 27.
That's
So
crazy.
I hate to do that to you.
No, that's okay.
And then Silktop.
I got a 9.
17.
13.
13.
Oh.
Rollies.
Rollies. 4.
I rolled a 14.
Oh.
we are going to run this in 2 separate sets of initiative. Silktop and then the Hollows. As for Bjorg and Lenore, I'm keeping you on Silktop because that's where you are. So you'll be in that initiative. That does not mean you can't interact with the people in the Hollows. So we're going to start in the Hollows. And Jack, that means we are starting with you. Again, you had 3 of these individuals come up to you at the end of our last episode. You were the first ones through the obstacle course, and they are the ones that started to see you all as prey. There is a large human man with a big battle axe over his shoulder, a dragonborn man with a large staff that's got this green gem on the end. He's got these glowing green eyes. And then there is a Kenku man who has his hood up and a bow out that he has already knocked an arrow. And this bell goes off.
Okay, so to start, I was standing ready to go with the hoopback hammer in hand. Visually, it's a hammer. Mechanically, it's a hoopback. I had that ready, and seeing the 3 folks start to approach, it's the big flex, and then I go down, one hand on the ground, and sprint forward. While running, I'm raging, and I'm aiming for the big guy with the axe. I'm going to reckless and swing the hoopback at him.
Hell yeah.
13 plus a d4. I'm assuming that a 15 does not hit this guy.
Does not, unfortunately. Big guy. He is wearing some armor, mostly just around his waist and his legs. All of his torso is this rippling muscle that he's wearing a tight shirt on, but he just brings that battle axe down in front of him to collide with your weapon.
That's my turn.
Santos, we are to you.
Just moving forward just a little bit. So I'm 10 feet away from him and I'm swinging my glaive with reach. I'm going to attack him. I'm going to Great Weapon Master this. That is an 11 so far with Emboldening Bond. It's a 12. I'm going to Precision Strike. Should I even do it and waste it? No. I'm going to let it whiff. So I swing at him and he's dodging the both of us. I'm going to use my second attack and do the same thing. I'm going to Great Weapon Master that one. That is a lot better. So far, that's a 19 to hit. I'm not going to Precision Strike. I'm going to hope the 19 is enough.
The 19 is enough to make contact.
Okay, good. All right. So you're going to take, with that first attack, 18 points of damage.
Oof.
And then I'm going to bonus action attack with the opposite end of my polearm.
Hell yeah.
And I'm going to do the same thing again. Great Weapon Master. Oh, and that's going to hit. It's another 19. That is going to be 14 points of damage.
Oh my God. Huge damage right off the bat, Santos. Couple good swings, able to get around this guy's massive battle axe, and he's crying out in pain. This area is very chaotic. You guys have your own little corner, but this entire area is filled with people just beating the shit out of each other. There's blood-curdling screams. There's zaps of magic flying by you. There's arrows flying by you. But you are able to collide with this man as he grunts back at you. That is the Kenku's turn, who has the bow out, already drawing its arrow, and is going to shoot towards Santos. That's only a 9 to hit Santos, so that's not going to do it.
Misses.
He had this pulled back really far, try to get as much power out of it as possible, but he's not able to hold it. That means we do have our very large boy with this giant great axe coming at you, Santos.
Uh-oh.
He is also going to reckless attack as he does try to collide with you. So he'll be doing all of these rolls at advantage. It's a crit.
Oh no!
I'll silvery barbs.
Yeah, okay.
I am minor illusioning myself not moving. I am whispering. No. Leave him alone. And I'm gonna throw a handful of silver glitter that's just gonna fall, sprinkle down into the hole, and hopefully get in his face and mess him up.
It does so. That crit is perhaps no longer a crit.
It's just one new reroll, and you take that one.
So that is going to miss you, Santos,
Whoa.
with a
Wow.
9 to hit.
Amazing.
And then Lenore,
Wow.
who are you sending that advantage to?
To Poppy.
Okay. And then he is coming at you with a second great axe attack, Santos. That one will
Yikes.
hit. That's a 24 to hit.
Oh, yeah, hits.
For only 5 slashing damage. You're able to
Wow.
dodge the first one. You can see this powder show up in his face. You know where it came from. And that second slash is just able to reach you as you're moving further away from him.
Oh, boy.
And then we have our Dragonborn man who is going to see this powder coming down, affecting his ally. He thinks that looks like a good plan. And he's going to look at you, Santos. And from his staff comes the same green color of the gem, comes out this powder. He's casting blindness on you. So I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. And this is on his turn, so my emboldening bond is active. Oh, no. Oh, well, I rolled a natural 1.
Okay.
And so my emboldening bond wouldn't even help. It's a total of 6.
Yeah, unfortunately, 6 isn't going to do it. You are
Oh, no,
assaulted by this powder, and you can no longer see.
Ah!
I should have given you that advantage.
What happened? What happened?
That is everything over on the Hollows for this time. So we are back up onto Silktop, where we have Bjorg. You are first.
I'm trying to watch the festivities unfold in front of me on the grass, but I noticed Lenore with her little pocket glitter just poof, throwing
Well,
down.
you don't see me do it, but you see the glitter appear
just the
outside
glitter.
of like 5 feet away
Yeah.
from me and then down.
And then looking down at the glitter and then seeing this eruption of powder from them, I'm rifling through the pocket. Might as well add my own, I guess. And I'm tossing down Bjorg's beneficial buzzer. And it is basically a smoke bomb that is going to go off in between the 3 of them. This is fairy fire. So I need dex saves from all 3 of them down in the hollows as this small little ball bing, 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 and then rolls until it's finally stationary and poof, puffs into this enormous cloud of blue smoke.
That's 2 fails and a pass, I'm guessing, because I'm assuming a 19 passes.
19 will pass.
So the Kenku, the one with the bow, is able to dodge out of the way, but the other 2 are engulfed in this smoky light.
Yeah, you guys will have advantage on the Berserker and the Priest. And as this smoke is like taking up the 5 of you down there, it all dissipates in one quick motion as I'm gonna set off oopsies as I've put my monocle on upstairs and I can kind of see through his little barrel real quick. And the first thing that comes into vision is the Priest as the smoke just poofs away as Oopsies launches a force ballista attack for a 21.
Yeah, that'll hit.
11 force damage, and he is pushed back 5 feet from Santos's direction.
That looks like a big hit onto this guy. He crumbles, falls. You hear part of his staff snap because of how you shove him backward.
So the Berserker and the Priest are covered in this like blue powder now that the smoke has dissipated, so you guys have full vision of them. You have advantage on those 2, and that is the end of my turn.
Hell yeah. We have next Desmond. You see from his cape, he pulls out without flavor, it is a maul, but it is a large wrench that Tevin, you have seen him use on all of his different engineering feats. It's a little bit bigger than you remember, and the head almost expands as he pulls it out. Heaven, I didn't know we'd be here today.
Brother, how did you appear here? What is going on?
You're right, I shouldn't be here. I should be tied up in a basement. Right. Shouldn't I, Tevin?
I believe so, yes.
And whose fault is that?
I believe it was your own, brother. For the actions that you have done.
I disagree, for I was the one who saw the hands that tied the knots. And unfortunately, they were my own blood. As he rushes over to you, Tevin, and takes a big swing with that wrench, trying to collide with you. A 14 to hit.
Does not.
Oh, you were able to dodge out of the way, probably not expecting him to just rush you like this, but quickly able to take that step back. But he continues his assault and tries one more time for a 24 to hit.
Oh, that one does.
This wrench comes down and he collides with you, Tevin, doing 8 bludgeoning damage. And as it does, this metal on metal, you hear that metal screech. And as it comes down past him, you see the wrench ignites, looks red hot at the tip. He's casting Branding Smite with his bonus action, and his wrench is now illuminated. But Tevin, that is the end of his turn, and you are right after him.
After he swings down and hits me in the head, and I see that it turns red, while his arm is still down towards the ground, I'm going to start to punch my arm towards his stomach. And as I do, really quickly, all the barrels come out, and I try to take a shot at his stomach with the barrels just placed right on it, almost like punching the barrels into him.
Hell yeah.
18 to hit.
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
8 for the first. That's 8 piercing, and I'm just taking a second shot at the same time.
Yeah.
17.
17 also hits.
Nice. That is 13 for the second one.
Ooh.
Almost max.
2 really good, just shots right to the abdomen. It is pretty much actually in the same location that you remember your old body had gotten stabbed, that had led to him putting you in this like makeshift body, right in that lower portion of the abdomen.
Brother, please, I do not want to do this. Why do you attack me?
At this point, it's revenge. And he comes to swing up at you again.
That's my turn.
Lenore, we are to you.
I'm gonna pull from my pocket a pinch of powdered iron and just rub it between my thumb and index and middle finger and whisper to myself, all I want to do, see you turn into a giant woman. And I snap those fingers and cast Enlarge on Poppy.
Oh,
yeah!
God.
Let's go! 14 feet tall!
So advantage on strength checks, and all your attacks deal an extra 1d4 damage.
We have a very big Poppy. Anything else for you, Lenore?
And I'm still minor illusioned as just staring and watching.
Yep. Just sitting and watching. Useless, like Dominic called it.
Excited look on my face.
Beautiful. Poppy, as you start to grow bigger, you feel that energy from Lenore coursing through you. And as you do, you watch as this spectral image of Darla, this watery woman who has succumbed to the resonance that you remember pulling apart from chest outward and just all of that water falling to the ground. She just rapidly starts moving towards you. And even this form, in this projection, you can see water like sloughing off of her and moving across the field. And it follows her like she is this amorphous being. But she moves towards you, and she is going to make a binding attack. Her arms come out like tentacles, just like you remember them doing. That is a 14 to hit you, Poppy.
16.
The second attack, however, is a 16 to hit you.
What kind of damage?
It will be bludgeoning damage.
I'm going to deflect attack as my reaction.
Okay, yeah. What's that do?
When an attack roll that includes bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage hits you, You can reduce attacks total damage by 1d10 plus 10.
Oh God.
Oh my god.
I rolled less than 10. So you've reduced all of the damage. What's that look like? She's coming out. Basically, her arms turn into almost whips, almost tentacles. You remember as she would take these arms, grapple people, and then force their heads under the water. And this is what she's trying to do to you now. You can see these arms coming out, trying to hold onto you.
Poppy sees these tentacles coming and has her arms up kind of in front of her face, almost in a boxing stance. She dodges to the right, slips under the tentacle, and basically slaps it out of the way.
Amazing. She doesn't quite fall over, but you make contact with that tentacle and it falls to the ground like a splash as she's forming a new one from that same appendage. And Poppy, that means we are to you.
I'm going to use my bonus action first to use Bjorg's boots, and I can only teleport to where a creature must have occupied the space at some point during the current turn. So I'm literally going to teleport right behind Darla.
Okay.
To where she was previously. And then I'm going to attack unarmed with a stunning strike.
Hell yeah.
So I'm going to expend 1 focus point. So I got a 26.
Yeah, that will hit.
If it hits, it's a DC 13 con saving throw.
Amazing. She has a +4 to con save. So to save, she needs a 9 or higher. And she got a dirty 20.
Oh, fuck. Okay. On a successful save, the target's speed is halved until the start of my next turn, and the next attack roll made against it has advantage.
Hell yeah.
What?
Even on a successful save, that's cool. Yeah.
Even on a
Hell
successful
yeah.
save.
Whoa.
So I'm gonna roll for my first damage,
Yeah.
which is bludgeoning. I got a 6.
Plus D4 from being big.
Oh, right. I got 2, so it's 8 total damage.
8 total on the first attack.
Second attack, so I'm just gonna do another unarmed strike. 26.
That'll hit.
Okay. Bludgeoning,
Some big damage coming out.
that's a total of 10 damage.
Yeah.
And then I think the last thing I'm going to try and do is I could do an empowered strike. Whenever you deal damage with your unarmed strike, you could deal choice of force damage or its normal damage type, which is bludgeoning. So I'm actually going to change it to force for that attack. 10 force damage.
Yeah. That means we are back to the Hollows with Jack and Santos on deck.
Clocking that the mage did something to Santos, I can't do anything to fix Santos, so I'm going to hit the dude that did something to Santos. And let's see how many more times I can say Santos before it stops sounding like a word. Santos. So I am going to bonus action disengage and kind of duck underneath the big guy's arm as he's doing his swings at Santos and run over to the priest for another attempt at smacking a dude.
Just a reminder, Preston said, no killing. Continue.
Oh, I know. I'm hitting with the blunt side
I
of
just
the
wanted to
hammer.
make sure that's out and about there.
No killing.
That don't matter for Santos.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
I will explain my thought process on that in the BTS. Go check it out, patreon.com/castparty.
Attaboy.
And
Nice shout out.
Wow.
thank you. Glad I said it right. I rolled a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
The advantage, using a finesse weapon and using it as a strength weapon means I get sneak attack and the reckless
The rage bonus.
berserk damage, the frenzy damage,
Yeah.
plus the 2 from that. So we're going to roll 29 total.
Plenty to take care of this guy. So what's that look like?
Wow.
Great. That was non-lethal. I just ran over and just whacked the snot out of this guy. Blunt side of the hammer hoopak. There's nothing sharp hitting him, and it's just clocking him. I'm imagining it's just like a quick smack at the head, but I try to hold back with the follow through.
Yeah.
So it doesn't do like a full like baseball swing. I'm just knocking him.
Yeah. And that's exactly what happens. There is a loud hollow sound, as happens when you hit people in the head, unfortunately. And he falls to the ground.
And with my remaining movement, I'm going to run over to the hunter so that I'm right on top of him. Or, sorry, in front of the hunter. In between Santos.
Yeah. Sounds good. Santos, we are to you, and you are blinded.
I'm blind. The berserker in front of me has fairy fire on him, but I can't see. And he's reckless attacked.
Yeah.
Does that like even out the situation?
I believe so.
Okay.
So I think you'd roll normally.
Jack is now within melee range of me as well, and I'm just kind of wildly swinging towards the berserker, hoping to hit him.
Yeah, where he just was. Yeah.
My thought process is like, you're blinded, but like you can faintly see the slightest bit of this blue smudge in your...
Kind of like behind your eyelids when you can see light.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Sort of.
Yeah. So you
Word.
can kind of have an idea.
Oh, I love that. I'm going to Great Weapon Master my first attack. That is so far a 17 to hit, plus Emboldening Bond is a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
And he is going to take...
Don't kill him.
Oh boy. 23 points of damage.
How do you slay this man?
Oh
no.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
Okay, so I'm blind, and I don't think Santos is aware of the bloodlust that has operating in him. And I think, if anything, Jack, you might perceive that Santos's breathing is becoming erratic and that he's almost drooling as he's blindly striking at this guy with his full force. There's nothing about him that's holding back. And I think the glaive just carves him right through his abdomen as his inside starts to spill out. And I'm completely unaware of it, but I don't know if he's dropped. And I honestly think I would use the rest of my action to continue to hit this guy because I'm blind.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have a question. Because he's blind, does the cleave mechanic kick in? Because I'm right there.
Yeesh.
Oh, girl.
I'm going to leave that up to Santos.
Oh.
It is technically supposed to be enemies within range will take the excess damage.
But it is, I imagined, a full swing, especially with that description, and I'm well within range there.
If I had vision, even with this bloodlust, I would recognize who my allies are if I can see them. So I don't know. What should I roll? Like just a D20 and go for high?
You choose how you want to decide this.
Okay, I'm going to give it a 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
I'll treat it like a concentration check almost. And I got a 6.
No.
I'm sorry, Jack.
Jackal, you are taking 8 slashing damage.
Oh my god.
All right, that's half to 4.
It is not because Santos has a magical weapon because of his ring. It is magical slashing damage.
Oh.
I think Nigel should get inspiration for that. Just saying.
He did bring it up.
I think so too.
That was
Yeah,
a
yeah,
call out to hurt himself.
Yeah,
That
I'm going to give it
was-
to you.
I
You're
fuck
right.
with it.
I actually think that's a good thing.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you.
That's my turn. I mean, I think I just keep wailing on this guy because I don't know that he's dropped. I'm blind.
I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Santos, stop!
At the end of your turn, you get to repeat the save.
Come on, baby. No, 9.
9's not going to do it, unfortunately. It's a little bit better.
Can I, in that like moment of realization of getting hit by Santos, can I look at the Kenku and be like, get out of here? There's like worry on my face beside the rage.
It is the Kenku's turn. And I think as you're saying this, he's already dropped the bow onto the ground and pulled out his short sword, and he's mid-slash as you're saying this towards you, Jack. You reckless, so he has advantage, which won't crit, but it will probably hit a 16.
Yes.
Wonderful. Oh my god, I just rolled minimum. It's
Let's go.
4 piercing damage, and that's with the additional D8 he gets from you being damaged already. That's crazy low.
Whoa.
He was already mid-slash as you start to say that, and he's like holding himself back, and you can see he steps backwards, and he looks over at the man that he was with that has just been disemboweled. And you see he turns and runs. He leaves the bow on the ground. He's got the short sword out, and he is leaving your range, Jack.
It would be so funny if I did an opportunity attack. But no.
He takes to the sky. He puts the sword away. He brings his wings out, and he starts flying over people like he is leaving this whole area.
Mm-hmm.
Up the hole?
Peace.
Not up the hole.
Mm-hmm.
We are back to Silktop with Bjorg to start.
I have 2 questions. How high is Dominic's tower?
The tower itself is 200 feet, and the balcony is 100 foot up. So 100 from you and 150 from the boys on the ground in Hollis.
Does he have little opera glasses?
Give me perception.
Okay. I'm not perceptive, but 13.
With 13, it does not look like he's using any sort of mechanism on his eyes. You do notice that he's like watching, and then he'll just be like talking to the people around him, not even making eye contact with the training field. He'll be like looking down.
He doesn't even give a shit. He's just here for the snacks.
You actually probably see a decent amount of attention that is being drawn from the hollows. Now he's looks like more enthralled in what's going on over there.
Okay.
Okay. And also, I know you said they were like kind of hologrammy, but did they take like a physically form? Like, does this look like Tevin is about to kill his brother again? Or is there some sort of like glitchiness to it? I want to know how real it looks.
There's definitely some glitchiness. You know, this is the same technology they used in the observatory that Mila took you through, where they were like holograms, but they were physical like manifestations where you could touch things.
Okay. Can I roll insight on Tevin to see how he's feeling regarding being face to face with his brother again? Like, is he okay to physically fight his brother again? Whether I need to roll that or not, I'll leave that up to Vince.
I think you'd be able to tell just from looking at him that he's not like fully trying to take him out. And the reason he went for the gut was to try to just graze him a little bit on the side, basically, not just straight on. You could just tell by how he's moving and how he's responding to his brother. He's a little worried. He doesn't want to like kill him. He's being more protective than anything.
Okay. Back to the tower, Colin. Or at least for the surrounding area, is there some sort of platform higher up on our side that's maybe 60 feet or lower?
Yes. This tower that you're looking up at has a doorway. It's a large door, and it's on the side just to the north here. And above that is like a awning, but it's like a big stone entryway that comes out. And it almost looks like another balcony, but there's no way to get up there. There's not like a door or anything. It's more just for the aesthetic.
And would Dominic have visual of that?
If he like really hung over the edge and looked down there, he could.
Okay. I'll get his attention. I am going to stand up, run to the top of the bleachers as high as I can, and just fully like wave my arms and eventually just pull out Tough Luck and just hold my arm up straight in the air, pistol skyward, trying to make Dominic like look down at me.
Are you yelling anything?
Yeah, if it'll help this roll.
What are you yelling?
Bjork has been sitting on the bleachers, and then it's like the realization comes to him that we're trying to get him to notice us. Why am I hiding everything that I'm capable of? And I would stand up on the bleachers and just scream in his direction, away from all the hubbub. If you want a show, watch this trigger.
Roll me either performance, persuasion, or intimidation. Whichever one you think fits the setting more of how you're trying to do this.
Dirty 20 persuasion.
Okay. Dominic takes a moment. He obviously hears it, and he darts his eyes over to the field first. And then he catches the glint of Tough Luck in the sun. and you can see he's making eye contact with you.
Without breaking eye contact, the gun from the sky points down to the hollows. And I launch off that specific taser bullet. You can see the trail of the cord go down. I'm aiming at the priest, and I'm casting Vortex Warp.
Okay.
Bjorg's Bearing Spender.
You're aiming at the priest who is knocked out, the unconscious body.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Then I'll do the hunter.
Okay, you're doing the hunter like out of the air as he's like trying to fly away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Sorry, I forgot the priest was down.
No, you're totally fine.
So that's a con save, please.
That's only a 7.
That's going to fail. As this bullet injects itself into the hunter, Jack, you can see the hunter, that little bit of cord go into him, and then he gets slightly electrocuted before his entire existence almost warps in on itself, and he is gone. He is now up on the awning above the tower. And without breaking eye contact once again from Dominic, I hold up Oopsie's trigger, and I press the button. And I'm going to make a ranged spell attack. It's 120 feet. I checked for Oopsies. It's insane. He does not have advantage, but I want to knock him off this awning and just make a freaking spectacle of it.
What? Okay, so you're putting him, like, dangling him onto the awning, and Oopsies from the hollows is shooting this, like, rail gun of force. Okay, go ahead and roll me to hit.
27.
Yeah, that'll hit the 14 AC.
8 force damage. As he pops up on the awning, I nudged my head down as I'm giving eyes to Dominic so he can pay attention. And breaking our line of sight, you can see the ripple in the air from Oopsies as it just vroom, and the hunter is then just knocked off and collides down into the opposite end of the bleachers. And then I give a very exaggerated bow.
So you knock him off this 20-foot thing. He takes some falling damage as he falls. And not only does that force shoot through the hunter, it also collides a bit with the tower, and it shakes and reverberates the tower. And you can see Dominic continues to stare at you. It's hard to get a gauge on his face from here, but you do that exaggerated bow, and he continues looking down towards you.
And then I take my seat by the bleachers. Lenore, that was so fun.
What did you just do?
How are you not talking to me? What is this?
Oh, a minor illusion, so they don't see me casting spells.
That's so big brain. Well done.
You're doing the opposite.
I thought we were supposed to make a spectacle of ourselves for a moment. I don't know.
No, our friends are trying to make the spectacle.
Well, it seems they're doing a great job down below. And hopefully up here they can keep up. So I guess we'll see what they do now.
For once, I'm the one trying to fly under the radar.
That's my turn.
Wonderful. We are to Desmond. He has to roll concentration for branding smite for each of the hits that you did to him.
Oh.
That's instantly a fail. So after you hit him twice, Tevin, the wrench that he has by his side exhausts itself. It starts to cool down, and it almost looks like his whole body cools down, like he's not as angry. And he looks up at you from his hunched over state. We're not supposed to fight each other like this. Tevin, we're brothers.
Is he doing anything else, or is he just kind of standing there like that?
He's watching you holding his abdomen, but you can see he's like ready to strike you again.
I told you, I did not want to do this, but you came at me first. What will you have me do?
Brothers don't fight each other, Tevin. But after what you did, I told you. You're not my brother anymore. And that wrench, you can feel the anger in his eyes, and he gets heated, and it heats again. So he is going to cast Branding Smite again, this time before he swings, and then swing it upward at your chin. 18 to hit.
Yeah.
That is 8 bludgeoning damage, as well as 8 radiant damage that explodes out from the underside of your chin. You almost feel that burn in the neck where some of the plating isn't fully there as he collides with you. And he comes back down on top of your head with his second attack. This one not branded. That is going to hit. That's a 25 to hit.
Oh my God.
11 bludgeoning damage on that second hit.
That's not good.
You see he's struggling to keep himself up right now. And with that, you see this disappointed but angry. It's the anger that's taking over him right now. He was disappointed. He was upset, but now it's just rage when he looks at you. And that is your turn, Tevin.
After taking these 2 hits to the head, is he still kind of low, or is he like just holding himself on the ground basically?
He's not on the ground. He's more hunched over. He swung up at you and then came back down again with his second attack and followed the wrench through this overhead swing, and it's still hunched over, grabbing the abdomen where you had shot him with his other hand.
Okay. After recovering from that second hit, I'm going to swing my arm down, put the barrels right into his leg, and take 2 shots with that. I am going to use a grit point as well to use my Deadeye shot to give myself advantage for the first shot. Oh, 29 to hit for the first one.
Yeah.
And the second one, 15.
The 15 does not hit, unfortunately.
Damn. Okay. 6 for the first shot.
Still a decent hit, but you just collide with the flesh, not really the bone, the little bit of the muscle, but nothing too vital. Anything else for you, Tevin?
No, I think that's going to be it.
All right, Lenore, we are to you.
Who else can I see up here fighting? They have their own, like, spectral...
Yeah, there's a group
opponents?
of people. Some have already been, like, knocked out by these spectral opponents, and the spectral versions have gone away, and they're just lying unconscious on the grass. But there's a few more still actively fighting.
Are there any within 60 feet of me?
Let me roll really quick.
Okay.
Okay. I had to check to see if Tyke made it this far. He didn't.
Oh my God.
He didn't. He did not. No.
Tyke has perished.
Oh no.
No, we're gonna say that he didn't even get to this part.
He failed in the push-ups. Let's
He
be
failed
real.
in the push-ups. He had these big plans to impress, and he could not get through the push-ups.
Could I make a perception or an insight check to see who of the competitors within 60 feet of me are doing the best right now?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Nope. That's a 5.
You see this one dude who just looks really cool as he's swinging around 2 long katanas. He's dual wielding them. He's making a lot of like spinning. It's a lot of big theatrics, but it's hard to tell if he's really connecting that much with all of his big swings.
Hell yeah, he looks cool though. So, I have the spell Pratfall.
Pratfall.
I'm gonna do a little mischievous fluttering of my fingers together in front of my face, and I'm gonna whisper, "You look super cool. It would be so unfortunate if you embarrassed yourself." And I am whispering it because I have to have verbal, but I'm disguising my somatics with my minor illusion. And I take my hands and I yank them down like I'm pantsing him, and I'm gonna try to pull his pants down. Just the pants, no undies.
Oh my god.
Hopefully he's wearing undies. So normally for Pratfall, there's several different effects you can choose from, and I would like to mix a couple of them if you're okay with it, because I like the flavor of the pantsing best.
I've never heard of this spell, so I'm excited.
It's new. It's Book of Ebon Tides. So normally pantsing them, they have to do a dex save, and on a fail, they would have disadvantage on their next attack roll with 2-handed weapons. but I'm going to swap it with tiny particles blow in your target's face, causing it to sneeze, where you would have disadvantage on your first attack roll next turn. So I'm just going to say it's still dex save because that's the one I picked, but if it fails, it has disadvantage on its first attack roll.
Wonderful. So you're using mechanically the sneezing fit, but it's his pants falling down.
Yeah, he's got to like regain his footing and like figure his stuff out.
Cool.
How are you going to pull pants when you're holding 2 katana?
I'm going to say that fails.
Woo! Okay. His pants go down?
Yeah. Oh, his pants go down. And he is wearing undies. Don't worry.
Good.
There's kids in the audience.
In an ideal world, I want it to look like his pants just fell because they were too loose and not that they were magically yoinked.
Yeah. He's doing all these really big movements.
Right.
It's like all of a sudden he just like stops mid flourish and his pants are down. And he does that thing where he has to cross his hands overneath his crotch so people don't see him. But he uses the swords to do so instead.
Okay, great. That's my turn.
Amazing. We are to Darla and Poppy, specifically Darla before Poppy. She turns around since you have teleported behind her, and she swipes around with one of these big tentacle attacks. That's probably, yeah, that's going to hit. That's a 25 to hit.
I am going to do Stone's Endurance as a reaction. Reduce damage dealt to me by 1d12 plus 2 once per short rest.
Okay, go ahead and roll that.
Please, please. Oh, I got a 12 plus 2, which is 14.
I rolled 12 damage. So you are able to reduce this damage entirely.
Jeez.
Jesus,
Wow.
If I reduce the damage to 0, I can expend another focus point to redirect some of the attack's force. If I do, I can choose a creature within 5 feet or melee. And the creature must succeed on a DC 13 dex saving throw or take 2d8 plus 4 damage of the same type dealt by the attack.
Okay, so she is technically, because of how close you are to Tevin fighting Desmond, she has a 15-foot reach with this attack, and she technically could hit Desmond with where she's standing.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, and so Desmond has to make a dex save. That's a fail. So go ahead and roll me that damage.
So that's 3 for the first, 6. So that's 9 plus 4, 12. No, 13. Bad math. Math not good.
A very good hit, and Tevin, you see in front of you, Desmond is like being forced to his knees as he's slapped with one of these watery appendages from afar. It looks like kind of like a stray hit, like it wasn't meant for him, but he's looks at you and his eyes go wide like he's in a lot of pain. That was just her first attack that you've deflected. So she does have the second one, which will probably still hit. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
Okay.
I did roll minimum damage, which is 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Well, it takes out my 4 temp, and I only lose 2 hit points, actually, so.
And then with that, I need a strength check, please, specifically an athletics check, which you have advantage on because you're big.
I do have an advantage. I was about to say.
These tentacles are trying to grab you.
I got a 13.
That's crazy. I got a 12.
Yeah.
Wow.
Holy crap. Poppy's crazy right now.
Yes.
You fought this being before. She's trying over and over again to grab you, to hold you down, to get you down to the water, to literally start drowning you, and she's not able to grab you. And that is your turn, Poppy.
Okay. She's slowed, by the way. Her speed is halved, and my next attack roll has advantage. So I am going to unarmed strike and then Fury of Blows. So I'll start with my unarmed strike.
Yep.
19.
That'll hit.
Okay. 9 plus 1d4. 12.
Big damage.
And then I'm going to do a Radiant Sunbolt, actually, for my second.
Cool.
Blasting her point blank. I got an 11.
11 is not going to do it.
Okay. I'm going to spend my focus point to attack with my Fury of Blows after. Fury of Blows, I spend 1 focus point to take 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
Yep.
So I'm going to take another unarmed strike. Oh my god, I almost got a 20. Holy crap. I got 16.
That'll hit.
Okay. I got 8 plus 1d4. Oh my god, that's 13. Hold on. 13 plus 4, 17 damage.
My God.
Jeez.
That is enough. What's it look like?
Poppy, after teleporting and redirecting the second attack, she's fighting at the speed of sound. I think any of you guys that can see her, especially at this size, she has this intensely focused face and she is moving with a flow of grace. It is effortless. It's like she doesn't even have to think from move to move. So she strikes and essentially does an uppercut from the bottom into the water, going up from the gut through the head, I guess, splashing. She then puts her hands into her radiant bolt, which misses just by a hair. And then she redirects again, pulling her arm back and striking to the temple of this water being for its final blow. And as she goes, my respects, ma'am. And absolutely blows the head off this water.
Yeah, it pops off, and immediately when that happens, you watch as this projection ends. Doesn't get that satisfying splash at the end, unfortunately. You get a little bit of it before it disappears in front of you. Poppy, it looks like you are the first one on Silktop to destroy their counterparts.
I'm just gonna at least take an action to move closer to Tevin to see if there's anything I can do. So I'm like next to Tevin now.
Cool. Yeah. Back in the Hollows, we have Jack and Santos. You are finished with your enemies. Santos is still blinded a little bit. Is there anything you guys want to do while we're still in initiative? Jack, it's technically your turn first.
Is Santos still like attacking? Like, is he kind of raging himself?
I think I've calmed down. I think at some point I've noticed that the person in front of me is no longer active, and I'm just trying to shrug off the blindness.
I'm gonna grab your arm. Santos, you gotta stop. They said not to kill anyone.
What? I can't see. Jack, on instinct, when you grab my arm, you feel me like go to grab you, and it's as if I'm about to like pull you in and maybe strike you, but then I hear your voice and I stop. I can't see.
Look, I'm gonna pull you off to the side. Come on, just don't let go. And I'm like gonna grab you and move away from the chaos as much as I can.
Yeah. You guys got a nice little spot in a corner because you were here earliest, so much more of the chaos is in this center portion of the ring.
But you gotta shake this off. What's going on?
I'm like rubbing my eyes, trying to get my vision back. Can I save one more time?
You may.
I'm using the emboldening bond on that, and it's a total of 16.
That does pass.
Finally. Rubbing my eyes, and I'm kind of looking around as if I'm, adjusting to really bright light. And as I start to notice that my vision is returning, my breathing steadies a little bit, and I look towards Jack. What's going on? Are we done? Is this contest done? And I will draw my glaive again as I look from you, Jack, back onto this like battlefield. See if there's any other enemies nearby to take down, or contestants, really.
Doesn't look like anyone's looking for us right now, and I want to scan the crowd and anyone above the crowd to see if anyone's looking at us, including Dominic or Preston if he's around, or anyone like that.
You look across the battlefield and it is littered with unconscious bodies because a lot of people, like, you're down to the last dozen or so. So you guys still standing, a lot of people can see you from a lot of different directions. When you look up, you don't see anything from Dominic. Looks like he is very interested in what's going on at Silktop right now. You do not see Preston anywhere from your quick glance.
Look, stay on your guard. Maybe don't use your glaive. You went a little nuts back there. And coming from me, that's saying something.
What do you mean? All right, and when is this thing done? Do we need to go take the rest of them that are standing down? And I start to head in a direction of another contestant.
And I'll grab you by the arm and point at the guy that you fought. I'm just saying, we might have to fight more. Just be careful.
Wait.
I don't know what's going to happen.
What? And I start to see this guy who's like on the ground, and I rush towards him, remembering that this was the berserker that I was fighting. Did I do this? I didn't mean to do this. I was blind. There's no way that and I drop down and I'm starting to, I want to assess his body. Is he dead?
He's dead.
I don't know if I'm able to register that. And in a most definitely futile attempt, I'm going to cast Healing Word on this corpse.
The body's a little bit more presentable after. You're able to stitch that wound together with this magic, but no life returns to the body.
Oh, no. Oh, no. He's not wearing a helmet, is he?
No.
I can't look at the face of this person that I didn't intend to kill, so I get up and I turn away from him and I start walking back, like backing up. I don't know what that was, Jack. I was blinded. I didn't mean to do that. If I wasn't blind, I wouldn't have done that.
No, I know. You couldn't see. I'm sure that it was just that. We can talk about it soon. I don't know what else to expect. And I'm kind of like rolling my shoulders back and looking at the other fighters. If there's any movement there, it was an accident, right? It was an accident.
Right. Yeah, of course. And trying to kind of not think about that anymore, I step away from you and I'll jump up in the air, unfurl my wings, start flying, and I'll turn back and say to you, Jack, let's just get this over with, and I'll start to head towards the others. If we're meant to be the last people standing, then I intend to end this sooner rather than later.
Can I request a perception check from you?
From me?
Is that allowed?
Sure. If that's fine. I'll just roll it and then we'll see what it says. 18.
I think you would see the slice in my shoulder where you hit me.
Ooh.
I'm not drawing any attention to it.
Especially when you take to the air.
Like I'm just doing my thing, but you see there's a slice in my shoulder and like it could have been from the other guy. You don't know.
Hey, you're hurt? But you're still standing, right? You're fine.
I'm good. Don't worry.
What are you not telling me, Jack?
We can talk about it after. It was an accident.
Okay. Right. And I'll head towards another contestant. They're not enemies. They're just contestants.
Right.
Beautiful. We are going to jump back over to Silktop. Desmond is the only contestant left, since they're not enemies. And Bjorg, do you have anything you'd like to do? Desmond looks like he's hanging on by a thread.
I'm going to sit down politely after my chat with Lenore and realize maybe I should be a little inconspicuous. And I'm going to have Tough Luck tucked in my jacket, pointed directly at Tevin. And I'm going to cast Bjorg's Well-Being Bearer. And this is Sanctuary. As I just give him a little shot and a little magnet sticks into him and starts to like glow a little bit as it pulses and gives him this little barrier of magic. So until the spell ends, any creature who targets the worded creature with an attack roll must succeed on a wisdom save or choose someone else. And I am foregoing my action as I do not want to intervene anymore.
That means it is Desmond's turn. He is going to try to attack Tevin. What is the DC for this check?
16.
Okay. I'm going to roll in front of the table to see if he's able to attack Tevin this turn. Because Tevin, you're pretty hurt, right?
I'm getting a little scraped up.
And he can do a lot of damage when he wants to.
Yeah.
He only has a +1 to wisdom saving throws. I'm going to roll that. That is a natural 3, which is a 4.
Brutal.
That is a failure. Desmond, stunned, wants to raise this wrench, and he does, and he ignites it once more. It is burning with this heat. It's this molten hot metal, and he's staring at you, Tevin, and he can't get past your eyes. There is this hesitation. He just keeps wanting to jerk his body forward and bring the wrench down on your head, and he is not able to. He's almost stunned, staring at you. And Tevin, that means we are to you.
Seeing that moment, I get free, I guess, to try to neutralize him. I am going to punch down at his other leg and take another 2 shots. I'm trying to just non-lethally bring him down. 19 for the first shot.
That'll hit.
And 16 for the second shot.
That will miss.
Are you kidding me?
Wait. I'm gonna use my bend luck feature. Immediately after another creature you can see rolls a d20 test, you can take a reaction and spend 1 sorcery point for them to roll a d4 and apply as a bonus.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right.
Fancy.
So I think I roll it.
Oh, okay. All right. Good.
+4.
Yeah, there we go. There would be.
Boom, boom.
Party.
So does that mean that the second shot hits now?
Yes, both shots hit now.
Okay. The first shot is doing max damage of 14, and the second one is doing 12.
What's this look like, Tevin?
As I'm punching down, the second I get close, it's like almost like I'm trying to punch him, and with each punch, it's just a little explosion. And I'm just shooting both the legs, trying to just bring him down, incapacitate him in that way.
2 bullets right into the thighs, and he collapses to the ground. And you see his head looks up at you, and his eyes start to go cloudy, go dark. You see he's almost about to fall backwards as the illusion goes away. The projection ends.
What has happened? Poppy, where did he
Tevin.
go?
Tevin. I put my hand on his shoulder. I'm like, I don't think it was real, buddy. I don't think it was real.
He was not here. That was fake.
No, I think it was fake.
And yours as well?
Mine was too.
Oh, good. And how about them down there?
I don't know. We could go take a look.
I would like to see if they are okay.
Just take a deep breath first, and then we'll go check, okay?
Yes. Yes, that sounds good.
Okay. I want to take Tevin, like, we are kind of linked arms, or, I have him by the shoulder, like, I have my hand on his shoulder, and we walk over.
Yeah. As you start to move over, you're noticing that there's other people in this field, and they're finishing up their fights. And as one of them finishes up, there is a loud bell. Same one you've heard 2 times now, coming from the hollows, and then this reverberation from the tower. And all of the fighting ceases. There are times then when immediately people are like rushing in to help give first aid and things to the individuals on Silktop. And as you are heading over to view the others, you see Dominic in his tower looking down. He does a scan of Silktop, does a scan of the hollows, and he turns around and walks into the building. And as you get over to the edge where Bjorg and Lenore are able to look down into the hollows, you take a quick look. You're able to see Jack and Santos both rushing over to this last group of 3 individuals here. But as that bell had gone off, it looks like they have stopped moving. It looks like all of the fighting has ceased. And Jack and Santos, you look around, and from the obstacle course, the entryway into this area, you see Preston, eyes dashed, just absolutely fixed on you, Santos, as he starts rushing towards you. And for today, that's a wrap.
Oh, you in trouble. You in trouble. You in trouble.
Somebody's in big trouble.
I'm grounded. I tried to heal him.
Time out.
You did heal us.
Oh, no.
That's one thing
Oh,
I didn't
boy.
even think about when I created this, when Preston was like, we'll talk more about it on behind the scenes, patreon.com/castparty. But I didn't even think about you being in the place where they're like, no killing, and you're fighting real people. So consequences. I want to jump right into talking about that. So we're going to peace out and we'll see you next week. Patreon.com/castparty for behind the scenes. And in 2 weeks, I don't know, we'll see if you guys got enough favor with Dominic to get some mental training. Those who want it.
We're gonna get brainwashed.
Fun.
Bye.
Oh no, I failed again. I couldn't even do as many push-ups as a new guy. Look at Base Drop over there fighting a projection of their dad. And I'm supposed to believe that's harder than push-ups? As if. Whoa, Dragons just dodged that arrow like it was nothing. I would have dodged it too if I had made it that far. Havoc Hopsack. That was a crazy flip. I bet if I made it that far, I could have done a flip too. I've never done one before, but I bet I could if I was there. Jonas keeps yelling all crazy like to show off how strong he is. I yelled like that too from the cramp I got. Dubward looks like he's grappling his greatest fear. I had to do that too. My greatest fear is failure. Dominic can probably see Dubward bleeding from here. I didn't even get a chance to bleed. That seems unfair. What? Dominic is staring at St. Elove's stance right now? He didn't stare at me like that. I mean, he stared, but not in the encouraging way. Eric 5 is fighting a shadow demon with 6 arms. I couldn't even fight with my own 2 arms long enough to finish the push-ups. Heather's projection keeps taunting her, but mine didn't even show up. Maybe it took pity on me? Jesky Fire just did a 2-handed spin attack to stab the projection in the heart. I bet I could do that. Eventually. Maybe someday. Kaylee is still in the fight and has barely broken a sweat. And I'm still sweating. I sweat more than her during the warm-up. Kana hit the ground but sprang right back up to their feet. I hit the ground and stayed there. Strategically, I definitely did it on purpose. Come on, Tyke, you did great. Look, Lexi also fell. Way later than I did, but she still fell. And look, there's Chops limping off the field. I didn't have to limp. I mean, I haven't gotten up yet, but I won't limp. Max is over there blaming his armor for being too tight. At least I blame myself for my failures. I think that's a win. Maybe I have grown if I'm not stronger yet. Mason threw his back out doing a dodge roll, and I knew I couldn't do that, so my back is fine. Michael's over there crying because of the wound on his thigh, and I didn't cry at all. I was able to keep it all inside. Opti is now begging for a redo, and I accepted I failed and didn't try to get anything more. Even though I failed, I could definitely do better. Like Ryan, he finally got picked for mental training, and he has been here for years trying to get noticed. Stormrider is the opposite and has never not been picked for mental training. But that makes me think there's cheating afoot. Bubba is really who I need to emulate to get there next time. He keeps track of every strength increase and mental increase he has week to week. I'm not really sure how he calculates it, but I believe him. And if I can't do any of that, at least I can try to be like Winkle. They can read and do their ABCs. It's already an uphill battle, but I think I'm ready. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H,